What's going on, guys? We are back with episode 3 on the Abraham Lincoln Civilization. I'm calling it the Road to Glory, where I'm trying to beat the game with every leader that I can. And we are currently 7 turns away from the classical era. I think what I'm going to try to do on this episode is I'm going to finish up the classical era right here, and I think I'm going to go ahead and try to get all the way through the medieval era. So let's just kind of take a look around the map what we had going on. So Skedsmo's probably going to flip our way. It's got loyalty coming away in 13 turns. This Barb camp is starting to spawn men-at-arms, that's right. And we just got done with the conquering of London, and we were pushing north. We took Armagh, and Candy is next on our list. But they got their walls up. So we are going to want to start working on getting some catapults. And we're getting 34 gold per turn. I can finish this commercial hub in 10, so I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. And over on this side, with this Barb camp being down here, we might as well go ahead and start getting some walls up. Granary in 3 turns on a repair. And I'm just totally fine with sitting right outside here and having these guys artillery me. And actually, I don't know that we'll get artillery from here. The city's on a hill, but I think it would have to have like an archer in there to do that. But for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and push forward, and we can smack that archer right there. What I'd like to do is get all these guys within range of this. And we will even do a little bit of raiding right here. So just keep spreading our religion here. It's going to be quite a while until we get a neighborhood built. Got one build to use. I think we want to use it there. The way these expand is they will go the first tier all the way around, which is, this is still the first tier. Because you drop a city, you're going to get these 5 tiles first. And then it will pick up the next tier of tiles all the way around before it starts to pick up the 3rd tier. So you can buy the 3rd tier ahead of time, which is I think what I'm going to do here. Because our status is just content. If we can push this up higher, then the bonuses are worth it. So we want to, spending a little gold to get those bonuses is going to pay off in the long run. With that said, continue to explore, because that's the best way to go ahead and get era score. And with this kicking over, actually in 7 turns, we've already got the golden age, so I guess technically we don't need extra era score. But those guys will be out there for the next age where we can pick that up. this guy back to be a swordsman. Go sail across the ocean and try to meet some new people with him. With this being down here, we are going to want to try to eventually get a unit. Maybe one of these two to push down there and farm that. Okay, so they can bombard this tile from there. So that's something we're gonna have to be careful of.
Normal people believe that if it ain't broke,
Those
don't
are
fix it.
catapults and our
Engineers.
aqueducts. It's a good move to go ahead and get over there and finish him off. And that first volley took 41 health, so we know we can take another volley and it won't be a problem. So we'll go ahead and take a shot. Get the XP from the shots. Crossbowman. And a siege tower. I think we do. Gilly Kiswani, that's a great one to have as well. Yeah, I think that's where we're going. Try to get this guy to cross the ocean too. And bump into a barbarian. And now the other thing too, I think the reason I had this guy come down here is this volcano is obviously awake. And when these blow up, it can take out the forests around. So it might just be a good idea is what I was thinking, to just go ahead, since we got Magnus here, to chop out these forests. Yeah, we'll keep on with the exploring. XP up there. Nice quick retreat back here if we need to. Or we'll just get the promotion. No, I'm probably thinking... Adana, I think we do. That was the plan, so let's go ahead and stick to the plan. Eventually what I want to do with this place here is turn it into a settler mine and use that to settle the rest of this continent down here.
taxpayer.
We'll keep our barb fighting +5 on because we're going to be doing a lot of barb fights. We got our maintenance reduced by 1. Do we want to stick with production or should we get... Because we are going to be doing some builders. And we're to the point now where that 1 production isn't as big a deal as it is early on. But a 30% reduction in builders would be pretty good. Let's go with that. Fortunately, these guys still cannot travel ocean, so we still got some time before we're gonna be able to cross that ocean. And the 1 attack there took me down to 45, so I can't take another one. We are gonna have to run away. I do want to put this up, but the 2 builds that I would have left over and him standing there, we can't. So instead, I'm going to move down here and see if that scout goes away or not. Always take the combat. That's just my way I like to do it because I'm a very warlike civilization the way I play. There are times where I'll do the build up instead of build out kind of mentality, but it depends what civilization I got. If you're running with Abraham Lincoln, you see when we get to the industrial area, there's going to be troops all over the place. So 1 build, it's 145 gold. Maybe we can sell Harold some horses. Yeah, we cannot. We need to meet somebody else to trade with. But in the meantime, we can come up here and buy that on the next turn. Let's check our amenity count. So we are still content. Try to get to ecstatic. So I'm thinking we'll go shrine and then we'll start kicking some units out to deal with this barb camp and this barb camp and run this guy down. being short the amenities is really kind of becoming evident over here. So we're gonna need to go ahead and get our... Because remember, we get 2 when we put a holy site down next to a river. And right here would be a really good spot. Because the 2 mountains will bonus us. So it would be holy site here. We could do a commercial hub here. Harbor there. Then I'm thinking aqueduct. Industrial zone. Right here we got aqueducts. Orleans will put its holy site there. Get another industrial zone from Orleans there. And kind of what we're looking to favor right now is we're looking to favor faith zones, industrial zones, and we want to get barracks up. So that's going to kind of be like our priority. The next priority would probably be commercial, then harbor. Because we're not really going for a culture win. So even though we got culture ones that we're going to be putting out eventually and science ones, we're not really going for that build right now. So at this point in time, those are like kind of the last tier that we would be building, and we'd really only be building them probably in Washington and New York, because these are our first 2 cities and they're going to get the biggest populations first. So we wouldn't really be trying to plan those districts on these outside cities. Definitely not for this medieval era. But with that said there, I think we can just go ahead and go into another faith district there. Anyway, I think we'll put 1 in there, and it's going to count as 2. And we will get another +1 culture in our cap. So this will go up right here. We're doing just fine playing the XP game over here with these guys. We'll go ahead and take the money there. This guy we're just going to heal up until he's ready to come back out and fight. Our galley's doing fine. We're totally willing to hang out right here and just kill these ships as they spawn too. Might find a pathway there to the next area. But for right now we're friends. Well, we have an open border with Norway. They aren't very happy with us. But we'll go ahead and just stay right here and heal up. It's the safest spot to be right now. Really need to... I'm probably going to be kicking out some horses. Some light and heavy cavalry next. We've got to take care of this guy. So we're going to probably make this a buy for swordsman, and then we can go back over and fight.
We can no more have it.
And this guy wants to come attack, because right now we're on a hill. That spearman's going to do just fine against this guy on a hill. So we got the swordsman bot, and then we'll go ahead and double team. Got another envoy. So Johannesburg, cities receive 1 production for every improved resource type. After researching industrialization becomes 2, so this is a great one. There's Johannesburg. That is definitely a city that we will go ahead and become suzerain of. And you can see right here the production. So basically every resource that we get, 1 production for every improved resource type. So this is a resource type, right? And I wish I had looked at it before and done the math on it, because I'm wondering if that is also the luxury resources and not like your quote-unquote bonus resources. But that is I'm thinking that must be your bonus resources. But even still, it's a great one. Just come back here and heal up, and then go back out and check it out over there. More over here that we can go ahead and get him out of the way. Could have just stayed up there, actually. That's what we want, so we met Cree.
The Pantanal is the most complex intertropical alluvial plain of the planet, and perhaps the least known area of the world.
Interesting, interesting. And Sinbad, that was who we wanted. Now we met Cree. We want to sell him horses, but oh, he's already got horses. Do that. A little extra money there. It'd be real nice if this goes all the way through to the other side. One more turn and we'll get some troops. Those troops are going to start pushing down here. Maybe if we can get enough, we can clear out the barb camp. So it looks like Taruga already did 1 down here. Clear this barb camp out, and then we can push down here. And I think we want to take Taruga, don't we? Plus 5% science in all cities for each different improved strategic resource. Well, you know, that's a good one to keep. So maybe we'll just let Taruga be friends. We don't gotta take them over, that's a good bonus to have. So see, these spearmen have a defensive bonus, and then them being on a hill, they're doing just fine there. But if I actually attacked with them, they'd lose a lot. So we're just gonna keep them right there. And then when we get over onto this tile, we'll get the flanking bonus because these guys are here. like for a second that we're going to be able to sail that scout all the way through. But there's Dark Ocean here, so you can't cross that yet. Not until we get right here. Actually, no, here it is. Naval and embarked units can navigate ocean tiles, so that'll be what we're looking for. Let's get our light and heavy cavalry going. And for buildings, we got a barracks, so anything we build here, melee and range, you get 25% combat experience. Melee and range, so to be honest here, then building our cavalry here is not necessarily a great idea. But we do need some cavalry, and we can always get that buff later when we turn these guys into corps, because when you merge them, they keep buffs. So when we get to that spot, we can pick that up. In the meantime, let's think if we get 2 chariots, 2 light horses. And then we'll go on from there. These guys are holding up a lot better in that jungle area. Hills and jungle. Take volley. Pillage. We might go ahead and just take Candy out without any catapults. Okay, gain 60 gold. Your nearest city annexes this tile into its territory. So, this right here, there's a lot of really bad great merchants, and this is one of them. But what we're going to do is recruit them anyway. And when the time comes, we're going to turn this into a corporation. So for now, we're just going to put them to sleep right there. Oh yeah, so here's what we want. We want Sinbad. Fix that. We're just gonna hang on here until we get military tactics, then we can upgrade to a pikeman and move him out. So this guy's gonna have to just keep going up the coast. Or maybe even down the coast. Actually right here is probably where we want to go with him. There's definitely some city here. So we're going to put him on a long march down there. Right, so from there, still looking pretty good. Do got to get a builder up here, because whenever you got a worker that's working a tile like this, it's got no improvement on it. He's just there for the food. That's probably where I'd want him anyway, but we can still make that better. So 387 gold. At this time, there's not really anything I'm seeing that we really need to kick over, so we can hoard our money for a little bit. This war couldn't be going any better than it already is. I imagine even without the catapult, we probably got 2 more turns before we're just going to go ahead and take Candy. 3 at the most.
Great news.
Alright, so we actually got into the medieval era. Our plan is to get out of the medieval era to the industrial era. This is the goal for this turn. Or this video anyway. So let's see if we can get there. And we just completed, so we can get our crossbowmen now. We're gonna do this money wise because it's 250 gold per crossbowman right now. Pretty steep price. Just get that. He's 1 turn away from getting the extra attack. There's going to be a card coming up here. This is the card. 50% resource discount on units upgrades. So we need to get a kill here. Well, we'll get this one right here. 2 turns. Then we can grab that and upgrade all of our crossbowmen. +2 movement for all builders may purchase civilian units with faith. Builders and settlers are 30% cheaper to purchase. This is what we want to do. We want to get our pikemen upgraded. We still need to build 3 mines. And when we build this, that Wonder Apadana will get that bonus. We do need to start thinking about getting an aqueduct built. So that'll probably come after Apadana. And the Feudalism Civic. Probably get that too. So the one thing I'm seeing that we're not going to get is this Great Scientist. So the only way to get this is to either build a Great Scientist, or we can discover this boost when we take a barb camp. It's like a random random roll. So that's a possibility. But in the meantime, we want to be knocking out these bonuses first, as many as we can, so that when we take that camp, maybe this is the one we get. We got another great person, so we got General Trumtrack, so that'll be great.
Our civilization.
It got us another boost, Enlightenment. Earned 3 great people. And we have a great admiral.
Our civilization.
killing it with the great people. We're gonna get over here and get this admiral a kill for an era score. And we will put an industry here. And this general up here. One more turn for a chariot. And we'll send the chariot over here. Got a World Congress. Chosen player generates 10% more threats. I'm totally fine with being that guy. New districts by this player generate culture. That's a good one to have. But I don't have any diplomatic points because I've pretty much just been bullying the other civs right out the gate. But look at that. I won it anyway. .62 health, so he can take another shot if he has to. And this one we're gonna move here to get the flank bonus, then attack. This guy's got enough health that we're just going to get him in so that on the next one we can definitely finish this off. So now we got our chariot. We're going to get down to right about here. Let's go get more iron. Should probably look over here and just make sure there's no barbarian camps floating around before I go up around the corner here. So we can send him up around the corner anyway. Okay, so we got our chariots. Now we're gonna get a horse. Go ahead and put a lumber mill up here. You see the turns are just coming off this with the production we're doing. So as far as yeah, we'll lock in that. That'll be our next build. We can grow there, grow there. And to put a lumber mill on here, we'd have to walk all the way around to do it. Lock that. And we'll stay there for the growth. These two tiles they're great. And actually we can do a 3-1 there. That's totally fine. Because we'll be able to put a pasture on that, and that'll be great. And micromanaging your workers is something I do highly recommend. Computer will just kind of put them out. If you don't, and you can actually, tell your city which one of these buttons down here you want them to focus. The computer will do that.
If it's natural to kill,
But I like to just micromanage them. Get him to do exactly what I want him to do. We are building the Wonder right now. Actually, not necessarily the worker card, so I might as well just go ahead and get the production for the Wonder. And we'll wait. Actually, maybe not. We're gonna have to meet up over here because these ocean tiles, we can't seem to get these two together till we get around them. First, pillage. Just get them all full. Oh, not enough. Well, we'll attack. We got apprenticeship. Build 3 mines. All right, so don't need to build 3 mines. We stole some mines. That works for me. Need a quad army. Man. I gotta go get a kill. And here, got a water mill. Basically, we need another harbor. We've got 1. You need 2 for a bonus. So we might as well long play a harbor right here. We'll get on to the pasture. A mine. Link that guy up and we'll hit skip turn. Another envoy. We are gonna need to make a friend at some point. It might end up being Proudmaker here. Send a delegation. Okay, so this is another really good one here. On the +3 production in every city with an armory or a consulate building. We'll just take Valletta. We don't have an armory or a consulate building, but that's okay. The passive to be able to buy with faith your city buildings is pretty freaking awesome. But we really need a governor. Need one of these two. We're doing alright. Stick with the plan. There's Alexander. And Tamar.
Pensi ați venit să la curda.
And Eleanor, but we're meeting everybody here, aren't we? So there's Alexander, there's Eleanor, there's Tamar. So all three of them chose owls. That's what that was about when they say, "Oh, what sign are you?" So they all have the same secret society. So you automatically get one little bonus with all of them on that. In just a second here on the next turn, when this kicks over, we're gonna look at what resources they can trade us. You can lock him together, and you get an era score for getting a kill when you have an admiral or a general. So when you do get one, you want to get them to where a battle is and try to get them a kill. Well, it looks like we can build Mahavas. We don't really need them. What we do need is to get up here and get an extra chop. That's right, I was like, what are we building here? These guys building Jebel Barak? Okay, it's these guys. I put it down, but I changed it, that's right. Now we always start thinking about, since we got Candy, next on the chopping block is Mr. Harold up here. So we're gonna get positioned over here to upgrade our archers and take a mad dash in here to go fight Harold. That's what we wanted to do. Forgot on our last turn. Yeah, we will sell you horses. That was a great
After
idea.
a loss.
So Skedsma is turned. And it's going to turn the far away in 9 turns without a battle. But just because it'll do that doesn't mean that we should just ignore it. What we want to do is get over there and see if there's a fight we can do. Because taking these is like 0 consequences as far as these guys are concerned. Thought there was an island there. That being said, still gonna kick out 2 more horse, 2 more light, and 1 more heavy cavalry. Let's check on build here. so we're basically gonna pull up our faith as much as we can, and then we're gonna get this card and we're gonna explode with Liang on builders. And we're gonna hit the moon. Oh, there it goes again. I keep forgetting I want to trade with these guys. Sometimes you get into such a hurry that you have a great idea, and by the end of your turn, you'll have lost it. So, next turn that kicks over, I'm going to trade with them before I even move anything. And that right there, the plan is to sell horses, sell them iron, and then our extra resources, because they might have resources. And if we can get this pushed up higher, then we're going to be on cloud 9.
Doing what you can.
So let's just start here with Proudmaker. And he doesn't have any resources that it wants. She's only got 1 and 1, even though we want both. He doesn't really have anything. Come on, Tamar. Got anything? Nothing. So the fact that we missed the resources, not a big deal. Let's see, can we get iron sold to anybody? Selling 17 horses. 12 iron. What would you give me? Sure. Alright, Liverpool, what do we got? So we're gonna lock in. Lock in like that. Go lumber mill, lumber mill. So just keep ticking right along here, get our industrial district going. This is what's really gonna start kicking up the war machine. I know. What do we want to do here? We're gonna get this card in 1 turn. And at that point we can pretty much just kick out a builder with dang near everybody. Want to go here. Chop. You know, this guy's gonna get his butt kicked, and that's totally fine. But this guy won't be able to help. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put on defense there, and he's going to survive that first attack, and then we're gonna run away. And we're just trying to get experience down there. It's totally fine that that's going on. Let's see what's down here, so we're gonna go check it out. Okay, granary. 52 turns for a Himika. That's pretty expensive. But 37 for an encampment still isn't much better, and 14 to grow. At this point, this district is, or this is probably going to want to just end up being a get me 2 amenities and some more faith. How are we going to do this? Let's map it out here. So if we put our faith district here, now we do have this going on, so we can put industrial there, aqueduct there to bonus it. London won a faith district. There for my 2 amenities. So it's 1, 2, 3, as far as we can go. At this point, it's looking like it's going to end up being something like this eventually. Get a Machu Picchu. Saw the Machu Picchu available. Get a Machu Picchu. Right there, these mountains will bonus us too. And we're gonna get to Apadana. But yeah, it is looking like right now. Where is the aqueduct though? The play. I think that's the play here. 25 turns. We need an aqueduct right here. So by the time we get this researched, and maybe this researched, maybe this aqueduct's about ready. Get our second temple going. This guy's taking the long way around. We don't want to do that. See how they cross the river. He's not gonna be able to attack. Hopefully they don't steal my kill. Special session.
We have uncovered a way to increase our fun.
In democracy, it's...
Alright, so here we go. The big move. I've only got the 2 trade routes. We're gonna lose 4 gold. That's fine. I think we're gonna stick with wonders. And you know, I'm gonna take the production for harbors and encampments over the +5 combat. We're not really exploring the other side of the world yet, so I think the influence per turn is going to be better than the 1 for meeting. You get, basically with this card, you get 2 envoys that when you put your first envoy at a place. So this will help you accumulate envoy points. This one lets you get a whole nother envoy when you give them the first one. So when we do explore the other continent, we'll switch back to that card. We're doing so well with money that we might consider naval unit to get my quadrireme out. That's this guy. Get him over here and get a kill. Get our other bonus. Okay, now I was saying we're gonna run away here, and that's totally fine. Should get an air score. Get our admiral kill. Two. Here it is. 50% resource discount. So that's when we're going to spend all this money. And since we got our +2 build card on, now we can get builders that we buy here. This builder's going to have 6 builds. So we'll buy that one per turn. We're going to buy one builder here with 5 builds. Clean this mess up. Apadana in 2 turns, a 13 pop. And what we're doing is we're looking at buying workers with our faith for this whole era. And if we can get a governor point, we'll buy he's got an ability where he can kick out settlers and not lose population. So we will probably be going to that. So we'll be dual building settlers and workers, going full on expansion. Experience rolling, right? I'd like to abolish this camp before it turns city-state. I think this time, well, we're gonna go back. So, I'm gonna try to get up on this hill. Getting that lumber mill out there will help get this aqueduct along. Got our second temple up. Now, what do we say we wanted? Another horseman, yes. And another heavy chariot. Which the chariot, by the time we get to it, might end up being a knight, which is what we want even more. Okay, so we're gonna go with 3 turns, we'll put the card on and we'll upgrade all of our archers. And then this group will push north. And of course they got me trapped in there. So kicking it over here.
My ancestor Darius made this Apadana, but it was burnt down. By the grace of Ahura Mazda, Anahita, and Mithra, I reconstructed this Apadana.
Time we build a wonder now, we get, I believe it's 2 envoys. And 100 faith and grants 1 free copy of a luxury resource on this tile in your capital city. So we can get a free luxury on our capital city. It just depends where we get this guy out to. We want to get him over to this continent somewhere. Maybe get him on something that's on the interior here. Something where we bonus 2 temples. Some monarchy. That second temple. On here. You see, even though that they have units that they're more advanced than mine, it's about how you play your terrain. And in this case right here, I know that I can sit defensively and survive 2 attacks there. Actually, this scout, we're gonna bring him back. We're gonna upgrade him. Had 2 more envoys. Vilnius. Trade routes to foreign cities are 1 gold for each luxury source. Combat units are 20% cheaper to purchase with gold for each encampment district building in that city. We're not really going to need that. 7 there for Harold. Taruga. This is what we need. Cities in all, 5% science in all cities for each different strategic resource they have. So we're going to turn this one on. We have 36.7 science. I'm going to pop 2 envoys in here. And that'll give us 2 more science. So that wasn't as much as I was hoping it would be. But this is one of those cards that it looks like it's going to keep going with each city. We're going to get 5% every time we get a new resource. Like this is a new resource for this city, that kind of thing. So that's a card that it's going to keep getting better as time goes on. Two more turns to get our
to the point where we're going to upgrade all of these guys into crossbowmen. And we're about ready on the next turn to buy another 6 build worker. And defensively we're doing just fine there. That's what we want. So we will break the escort, move over there, we'll take the admiral with us, link them back up, and he'll go in here for a heal, and when this guy goes and gets his kill over here, we'll get another bonus. Take that arrow shot. I think what we're going to do is we're going to come back here. Gonna heal. Gonna heal there. Then we're going to come here. I know, I think it's gonna be alright. This archer probably won't be able to kill me. And he won't be able to come and kill me. So we should be able to still retreat. But I was thinking for a second, I was like, maybe I got too greedy. Okay, so we got a quad army built. Need 2 marketplaces. So let's get 1. Let's get another worker. Next turn the kick's over. Here we go. We'll get our card and we'll get our crossbowmen. And now we are totally fine here, sitting here and getting attacked once. That's gonna be totally fine.
There is no easy way to train an apprentice. In peace, one is despoiled.
Okay, so we got our industrial zones. We got our naval unit out, so we don't need that anymore. We are still building cavalry. So why don't we finish building our cavalry? Oh no, we want to upgrade, that's right. Resource upgrade. We are going to be building Machu Picchu after we get our temple done in the capital. And we still want our 2 builds. So we're going to stick with what we got going on there. Now, this unit will get killed if we stay. So now we do have to move. Try to get these workers to move up north. Now there is here. So the next best zone right here is to be dropping a mine right here as we move north. And maybe even a second one. The volcano could take them out, but we'll have to repair them. Without turning these into 2-2 tiles. Which this city does need for sure. It'll need one more good builder spot. Okay, we do need to build a dam. And Hagia Sophia is not bad. Right. Come out there and oh, actually, I misread the card. We go here because we're not gonna get 4 trade routes. But we got a good shot at getting 2 markets. We got a good shot at killing the Quadrireme. And we're about to get 2 temples, so we might just get that card out right in a second here. But when I said I misread the card, I do this sometimes. This is resources for upgrade, so those archers don't take resources. Want the one, there's a card that's, this is the one we want, Professional Army. Oh, that's a bummer. To wait a turn and then kick it over. I think we kill these horses. Or, right, I'm losing this guy now. So our open borders ended. My plan was to retreat back into here and leave. But we're denounced. Which means he is mad at us. He's not going to give us open borders. So about the best we can do is pull back here. The archer is going to kill us on the next turn, so I guess it just kind of is what it is at this point. All this coastline is explored now. All the way to here. So at this point I kind of want to keep this guy in this section of the sea, because if a barb camp pops up here and they start sending boats this way, things could get annoying. So at this point it's best to stay near my cities. Probably gonna go with Nan Modell. And I'm gonna check again for some trade. Yeah, we'll take that. Okay, let's fix our government policy spots now. Oh, you can't. That's right. You have to. Eventually, you can research to where you can pay some gold to change them. I take this anyway in 3 turns. They're gonna just join us, and we can push our archers forward. By that time, well, we've got plenty of money to make the trade, so we'll wait till then. That was a close one. We'll stay like that. 8 turns, and that'll be where the next guy goes. Okay, so they got their horse out. Next, we're gonna get a heavy chariot. Let's see if we can get that kill here. Series, huh? So from this point here, we're looking, I mean, it looks like there's a lot going on here, but it's not that bad. Now that might have hurt my horse guy, but it's not that bad. Mountain erupts. And yeah, he's hurt, so, okay. A turn or two, and we'll get our kill. And things will be looking pretty good there. No, I wouldn't mind a Hercules or a Himiko. That Hercules. Where are you guys? Dead Himiko. I know. I might lose this trader here.
An independent city.
Skedsmo has joined us. Keep it. +2 error score. And we're at 89 and 97, so that's looking pretty good for us getting another golden age. Being a border city, we're going to want to go ahead and get a monument up for the loyalty. Machu Picchu. This might make me rethink how I do my setup right now, but let's put a Machu Picchu up. Okay, and this is a grassland. Well, that's interesting. That means we could do our theater square there. We could do our Broadway there. This can go entertainment complex, and this can go Estrada. And that's great because I was worried about not having a spot for our spaceport and our airport, but now we do. So just like that, everything seems to fall right into place with the best setup I could possibly have. Then if you did in the end game, when you do have a cultured city, if you can get a theater that is literally getting bonus like crazy, like everything around it, then that's a freaking awesome setup going on there. Okay, Sinbad's really gonna help us with the money here. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to get our industrial district up right here. So with that being said, we do need to take care of these barbarians down here first. So why don't we get one more crossbowman down here, because the cavalry are a little weak right now. With that guy popping up, we have to change targets. We'll bring him up to help. Okay, one of two things. Oh, there we go. Plus 5 combat strength when attacking ranged and siege. That's cool. 5 combat strength for anti-cavalry. So this is for only spears. Go with that. Now Sinbad. I was looking for a barb camp. Like here. The thing about Sinbad is he can travel the ocean right away. So my plan is to take him up here, barb camp hunt this, barb camp hunt that, and get around the top here, head into the unexplored territory. And I'll go ahead and raid this baby. You can push these guys forward. Get ready for our move on Stavager. Like I said, we are going to lose that trader. And I'm surprised we didn't lose that scout, but here we go. One more turn. We'll see what happens. Got the twins for Maui and an open border and 5. We'll do that. I need to get one of these guys happy with me. Just one. Because there's an alliance for a bonus for making an alliance, and we need to do that bonus. Okay, so we do lose our trader.
Him that overcometh.
Our peoples discovered.
So we can upgrade our knights. Like, we're gonna do all of our upgrades all at once. We're gonna go from being kind of weak as an army to the strongest army in a blink of an eye. Okay, there's our second heavy chariot, so we got 2 and 2. And this is gonna be, I think we're gonna get that Jebel Barak. Or do we get that Mahadi? That'll give us 2 apostles, which we do need. It's supposed to go on a forested tile, like that, where it's right next to here. So that's a good setup. So let's get that. And now that we know that we are going to have a wonder here, if we do build a theater, we're going to put it there. Okay, now this guy is obviously going from a builder, but we're going to drop him. And I'm looking to get up here and get another mine down this. Okay, so with all that, now when I got a builder, and he's got 3 builds, I'm like, I don't really know what I want to do with them. I'm going to start looking at what I'm working, what tiles I'm working. And I'm going to lock in on these like cities, the ones that I know I want to work these tiles. Like, I like 3 food tiles so that we can get that growth going. So what I like to do is, when I have these 3 food tiles, the more I can push this population up, better this city is just going to get. So I like to I tend to gravitate towards food. All my food tiles are always going to be switched on first, and then the next thing I'm looking at is production. Food production first. Well, food first, production second. So, but with that being said, all the tiles that this city needs for the next, call it 1, 2, 3, 4 population. So this can get up to 10 before it needs a builder to do anything. So now I'm looking at coming down over to here to this city, and I'm looking for stuff that this guy doesn't have going on. But I already knew Washington didn't have. They needed some stuff going on. So why don't we get our trader back, because we can do that with faith. And then what I want to do is get these guys kind of slowly moved up to where the next war will be. So I'm gonna go ahead and just hit there, and then we'll heal up. You see, when it comes to when you're going to upgrade your troops, it's more important that you have the troops that you want in position, and then you can upgrade them to go right into the next battle, than it is about upgrading them right away. I mean, you can, like right now, yeah, I'm still running with swordsmen, and essentially in this era, you're seeing a lot of medieval infantry around, but it's not killing me, you know, it's not really killing me. And I'm going to be able to save a lot of money by doing it the right way and upgrading with the right card in 4 turns. So now let's get this guy his kill. Right here. Two arrows score. Now we boosted naval tradition. So this is totally fine. We're going to bring this guy back because he only needed defense. I'm going to chop this out. Yeah, we're just going to try to get... Yeah, that is a hill. We're going to get there and defend. We're here. We took a damage. But we're going to go here. Defend. We'll defend here. And that unit won't be able to kill any of these 3 with 1 attack. Okay, now getting a road over to Candy is probably through this pass. Making this quick is probably my number 1. So we're going to do that. Get a trading post set up. Okay, we got our holy site going now. Faith. And when this builds, we're going to get 2 apostles, and that's going to really kickstart our religion. Get it kind of, well, we're pretty much going, and we'll have an end game religion at that point. So now, right here, that is still a 1, we'll get 1 shot if we go there. So we need to wait till this guy is full health. He might go ahead and raid that. Okay, so now we're into Armagh. We're gonna min-max this baby. I'll lock in my 3 food, my 4 food, 3 food. This isn't improved, it's still 3 food. We got a 2-2 here, a 2-2 here. I'm gonna lock that in. But on this one right here, we want to build an industry here. So we're gonna want to chop this. And in fact, we don't even want anyone working this tile. But we can work it in the meantime, but what we're going to want to do is we're going to build here. We can set up probably a farm right here. Then we're going to chop this and build an industry. With there being 3 builds, it's going to go 1, 2, 3. So yeah, we aren't going to be able to do anything here quite yet. Realistically, we're going to want to put a district here because this is a crap place to put a farm. You're not going to be able to bonus the farm. When I say bonus a farm, it's like this. It's what all farming triangles is. When you have farm, touching farm, these farms are all going to bonus each other. already got a kill, so it doesn't matter. I'll burn that baby down, then we'll kill him later. You get 500 gold for that. Sinbad is so OP. We'll skip turn. That's perfect. That's just what we wanted. Maybe do a little bit of exploring with this guy. Because basically we brought him over here because he can settle on a resource. Any resource. And when he settles on that resource, that resource is basically like it's part of our capital. So that's gonna be great. For Sinbad, we're gonna get him up here now. We're gonna hunt this guy down and finish him off. Here, so we can bonus up our mock. And yeah, we are going to just put a mine on there. It's going to be quite some time until we actually build this theater, so we might just go ahead and put the mine on it. We're going to do that. And we don't have to go fight that guy, so we're not. It would be nice if this land attaches to this other continent and we can just explore the whole thing. Alright, now can we make this attack? Yes, we can. This is what we wanted. Is we just wanted to be able to get some that's what we wanted. We got 6 XP for a promotion there. And we just wanted to make sure that we had enough health that we were going to survive the attack. We're cooking right along here, about to get our third holy side up. I think we're going to move after we get that chop done. Right, one more chop, 2 more chops. We're going to chop this, then we're going to move Magnus over here and chop all that out. We're going to just stay right there. Builds. Let's get up here. So we're doing pretty good with all that. Might end up losing this, but once this crossbowman comes out, this is all that nonsense is about over. I was hoping, I probably should have retreated with these guys up into Cincinnati because we had the walls there. That would have probably been a better setup. Well, it would have been a better setup than what I got going on now. But, you know, hindsight's always 20/20. Bring him back, because get him in the border, he'll heal up quicker. And just like that, I can't believe he survived. So, is he done being upset? He is not. I can get out that way. Alright, 10 combat straight against a fortified defender. 7 when defending against range attack. That's a pretty good one. What was that? Now, the reason I'm not taking Jade is because I already know that these guys, like, they've got 1, 2 right there. I want to push in and kind of do a little exploring with that guy as we go. I'm just checking right now to see if there are any resources. If they have any that they can trade me. Still not yet. Okay, so we're gonna head back, get healed up. And for this guy, I'm gonna push up to here and maybe go explore this area with him. And with Sinbad, we got 7 charges, so we want to make sure that we get all 7 of these off. So 400 gold. Just cruising right along. Great, I think we're going to stick with that. 2 turns, and then we're going to be able to fix our unit upgrade, which is just in time. Maui for Hippolyta. Sure, why not? That's why I stayed there, so I can stick with the bonuses in the forest. Okay, now your tomfoolery is over with. And let's get a builder. Oh, not yet. Close. So I'm gonna get over here and attack. Plan is to chop this out right here. That group is about ready to just go and cause havoc. Now I'm thinking there's got to be a barb camp up here. There usually is. Talk like these wide open islands and whatnot. I got a market done. We need some housing. Go ahead and get the greenery, get the housing going. Next turn, we're gonna get our card, get our army all juiced up. How far are we along here? So we got 4 technologies to go, and we're at the end of the Renaissance era, so moving right along.
All that glisters is not gold.
This is going to turn into a city-state here, which would be okay. Okay, we've got 2 builds left. And we are going to do an industrial zone next, so it's not worth putting anything here. Heal that up. Okay, now we did plan on putting a mine here to bonus this, because when we planned this all out, so I know that I don't have to chop right now with this worker. I know that I can put mine out. I know that I can build a lumber mill. And I don't need to move Magnus over there quite yet. So I was hoping to find a barb camp around here. Doesn't look like we're gonna get help with it. These guys still upset at me. Well, that's a bummer. So yeah, it does look like we are gonna lose this scout. But I thought we were gonna lose this scout 10 turns ago, and here he is. He's still here, but okay. Do I want to explore the rest of the ice? I think it's probably more important to get to the green side of this thing. Okay, 1 turn for monarchy. Yep. Alright, yeah, we really need to get Magnus over here, so 1 more chop. How's our aqueduct coming? That's right, we changed. Back to aqueduct. 2, 3. Yeah, we're alright. 36 turns before I would swap this to this city. Because this city's got enough good tiles. Well, you know, I think I'm going to go ahead and just stick with trying to pump out more faith. And we finally got our title, so we can get surplus here. Promotes. Actually, this is the one. Settlers trained in this city do not consume population. So now we're going to really start putting the growth into this area down here and over here. In just a little while here. And Harold, he wants iron. Sorry, Harold. On this next turn, when I get this, I want to change my civics tree up. I do think we are ready to go ahead and upgrade.
So listen, strange.
So there's our monarchy. And what we're gonna get, we're gonna get 50 influence points, 1 housing per level of city wall. And we get +2 diplomatic favor for every Renaissance wall we build. So the 20% unit experience, I am going to miss that. I do like the 4 combat. And some people will actually hang out in Oligarchy, But I'm gonna go over this way because one, we get the bonus, we get the 6 government slots, and I'm gonna pick up 3 more government spots. So from this point here, I'm gonna be getting very close to wanting. Well, I am doing wonders. So why don't we hop that in? About to do a bunch of upgrading on our soldiers, so we're gonna go boom boom like that. The first envoy, I'm gonna stick with that. And as far as what we want next, I'm not really rocking campuses. I am doing harbors. I'm building harbors. I do need to build one more barracks. I'm good on gold, so I think this is the setup I'm going to go with. And this has been the long-awaited upgrade time, so here we go. Knight for 160. We went down this road with one guy. We're going to come down this road because getting the pillaging only costs 1 is so OP in late game. So now we got 2 knights. Bonus for our 2 crossbowmen. Heal him up. And do want to chop this out. That's the last chop we want there. Now we're going to move Magnus over to Cincinnati. In 5 turns, we're going to do some major upgrade to Cincinnati here. And we're in no rush right now to do anything with this guy. I mean, realistically, we can actually just come over here and put the lumber mill up because we're going to do that anyway. Now for these horses, we want to get out here and see if we can lure more of these barbs over to us. That's kind of what I was thinking. Something like the olives. So I'm going to use this here. So I got an interior luxury from the other continent. Alright, now we're not in position to build a university or San Corre. Our aqueduct's going to come up soon, but Alhambra is one that we might be interested in building if we can do it. We got 3 there. Now when I put this in like Buenos Aires, I'm going to get 2. Buenos Aires is a great one to have. So there's no barb camps up there, but there is one here. So I see $400 more on the table there. And I think this right here is kind of coming up to the spot. We didn't quite get all the way. I was planning on trying to get all the way to Renaissance era. But the next video I start, we're going to go ahead and be just 2 technologies away from getting into Renaissance. And I think that'll be good for the next video. I'm going to finish this turn out, and then... And there's our crossbowman that came up after our cavalry had already taken care of business, so that's good. At this part now, we might as well try to get one more builder out of Liang. Put this to sleep here. Look at that, he's still alive.
And it's open borders. He wants money. Oh, it's some iron. Looks like he was willing to do it for 9. Okay, 10. Hey, look at this scout. What a survivor, this guy. I counted him for dead so many times. Alright, so I guess that really takes us to right about the good spot here. We got some major stuff coming up on the next one. We're going to have Machu Picchu almost built. We got Mahadi Temple almost built. Got a 3rd temple coming up. Our aqueduct is going to come up. And we just finished upgrading our whole army. Once this guy's healed up, these guys are just going to roll over here. We're just going to take them right over. And then at that point, we got a whole continent to ourselves. We'll be moving our troops over here, getting ready for the invasion of Georgia. But anyway, this is. Yep, no. But anyway, this is Xtace. Cool chilling with you. Hope you liked the video and the content. And I will catch you on the next one.